Bienvenidos, señores y señores, and welcome to another Soccer Sanchez video. It's day 21 of Euro 2024, and as the caption says there, we've reached the final 8. We're into the quarterfinals of Euro 2024, and joining me to chew the fat, as always, our man from Dam, sunny Dam, by the looks of it. It's our man, Ley Petrelli. How you doing, Ley?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me on, Sanchez.
Lovely, lovely. What's the weather like out there, mate?
It's a bit hit and miss. But of course, for the evening we got a lot of sunshine, which is nice.
Excellent.
It's been very nice for the last 2 weeks, so I can't complain.
Okay. So as I say, we're into the quarterfinals of Euro 2024, and the action kicks off on Friday, the 5th of July, with arguably probably the most exciting game of the round, Spain versus Germany in Stuttgart. Ley, Spain versus Germany. We got Portugal versus France later that evening at Hamburg. England versus Switzerland on Saturday, and the Netherlands against Turkey Saturday evening at 8 o'clock at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Let's first have a look at Spain v Germany. Personally, I think Spain have been the most exciting team of the tournament so far. Attacking wise, they have Nico Williams, Ferran Torres, and Morata up front. Nico Williams has been absolutely amazing this Euros, and he's really showing why he's probably the hottest prospect for this summer's transfer window. With Germany obviously hosting the tournament and in form, players like Musiala, Cruz, Wirtz as well, playing very well. The team in general, both teams, in my opinion, are probably the two most informed teams of the whole tournament. How do you think Germany are going to cope with the attacking threat of Spain, while at the same time feeling that pressure from the home fans?
Yeah. I think the game has come a bit too early for the neutral. Both brilliant teams, probably the best teams of the tournament. I agree with you for sure. The only issue would be the pressure from the home fans. I think Germany could weather the storm, whatever storm Spain bring, and I think I see them going. I see Germany getting past Spain. I know Nico Williams has been amazing, but it's also been a poor tournament. And I think in terms of team play, yes, you're right. Germany and Spain are even. I think if they can play to the strengths of the home fans as opposed to maybe getting too nervous, then I can see Germany going through.
Yeah, Morata as well. I mean, who knows how old he is now, but he's been around for ages, and he's still doing a good job. I gotta be honest. He's played very, very well. But Spain, I know you said the tournament has been poor. I have to agree with you. It's not been the most exciting. We can talk about that later on in the video. But yeah, it's not been the best. But they have excited me the most. I believe in my preview, I said Germany, Portugal, France, and England in the semi. Obviously, that's not going to be possible now.
Yeah.
But between Spain and Germany, I mean, I'd like Germany to go through just for the pure fact that they're the hosts. So it kind of adds to the atmosphere and the tension as they continue. But Spain for me have looked very, very good.
Okay. Okay.
I thought
Okay.
you
Yeah.
were going to say
Spain.
something.
Sorry.
I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah. No. I think for Tony Kroos, yes, I definitely have a softer spot for Germany. I would love to see him end on a high, unless of course they play England, and then that's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they would. I think Spain will, unfortunately, lose out to Germany. And if Spain do somehow defeat Germany, then I see Spain going all the way.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I have to agree. I think Spain are going to go through in that one. So that's 5 p.m. at the MHP Arena, and later that evening we've got Portugal versus France. Now, I had France as almost certain to reach the final. In fact, this was my final: Portugal versus France. So they're going to meet at the last 8. This will be interesting. Now, Portugal have done very well, but in the last game, it didn't go to plan. Ronaldo's behaviour was questioned. Obviously, he's a very passionate guy. He always wants to win, but I just felt his behaviour during that game, the last 16, wasn't helping the team. What is your take on Portugal? I know before the tournament we were quite positive about them. They're not played badly, but is the Cristiano Ronaldo factor an issue with regards to with their style of play and progressing in the tournament?
Yeah. I mean, I think everything Ronaldo does is headline news, even if it didn't mean as much. Yeah, he missed the penalty, and to be fair, yes, it's an emotional moment. It's an emotional character. It's just, I guess, most most players of his stature are. It's part of his thing. But then at the same time, if there's nothing to talk about, then I guess the media will be out of a job. So I think they made more of it than it was. From a cultural perspective, it's not like England, for example. If one of our players missed that penalty, his head would probably just drop, and he would be equally as upset, but he probably wouldn't be that emotional. There's also a cultural factor to it. So I guess Ronaldo just reacted and, more importantly, stepped up when he was needed to score the decisive penalty.
Is it
So
emotions, or is it him just being just very narcissistic and just wanting to be center of attention? Because I have never ever seen a player react like that before a game was finished.
yeah, but most people have not seen a player like Ronaldo. So
Well, no one has.
yes, yes. So yes. To answer your question, yes, I guess, like I said, anything he does is center of attention, and maybe he plays to that a little bit. But
Of
there's
course.
no doubt, yeah. But there's no doubt. One thing that I would not doubt. I mean, each to their own, but I would never doubt his commitment to Portugal or to just himself to win. And then maybe yes, it might spill over somewhat into bursts of emotions, but no, he's a winner. He loves his country, and of course, he's big news because that's why we're talking about him. But more importantly, he stepped up on a more on another note. I think they have to sort out the Ronaldo issue. He's a big player, but if the players don't sacrifice themselves to play to his strengths, it's not going to work. And I don't blame them for not doing so, because everyone just naturally wants to play ball. You can't play one system. And I think that's the main issue with Ronaldo.
It's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? Because obviously he's an exceptional player, probably one of the best players in history of football. But
Dude.
like, first of all, like I can't believe he played a whole 120 minutes. Like that's nuts, given his age, right?
Yeah,
Secondly, he needs to take every free kick. He was taking them from 20, 30, 40 yards.
yeah, that was
And
unnecessary.
and it's like, and there was one where he was like kind of near the corner flag and he
Yeah,
shot the
the ref,
ball instead of just.
the ref stopped him before and was like, and
And
yeah,
and what must players like Bruno Fernandes be thinking when we got you got a few set piece specialists in that team, and Ronaldo's
mm,
obviously taken centre stage. You would have thought, well, in his big old age, he might be a bit more mature and let someone else take a kick or two. But nope, he's still number one. He's got to be a centre of attention. He's got to be in charge. And I just think it inhibits Portugal a little bit. I can't help thinking, because of how the game was, I can't help thinking that had um
what, Martinez, the coach?
no, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's down to the coach. He defends him with his life. I don't know if you've seen his press conferences, but Martinez is not
Mm,
having a bad word against Ronaldo. But I can't help thinking, if Ronaldo wasn't playing in that last game, in the last 16, Portugal would have gone through and wouldn't have needed penalties. Um, that's just the
mm.
way I think. I think, was it the last Euros or the last World Cup, the game that Ronaldo was dropped in? Uh, Ramos scored a hat trick for Portugal, and they ended up winning 5-1. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's a
true, but
fantastic team, but Ronaldo does
yeah.
seem to be holding them back a little bit.
No, I agree, but then at the same time, like I said, if they sacrifice, their egos for the greater good, I think that's the only way he can work. Now, back to the issue of the Goncalo Ramos, I believe, that scored that hat trick. I'll be honest, man. I watched the French league, man. I don't want to use certain terms, but like that guy is not like anything.
Oh,
Like,
McDonald's.
sorry,
Oh, McDonald's.
yeah, well, toilet water would be the term. Like, with all due respect, but no, he's not. I've seen the French league. There's certain players I watch or I try to watch, before I give an opinion. And maybe he didn't have the best season, but no, like I would still take a 38-year-old Ronaldo, 39, whatever he is, with the team playing to his strengths over any striker. The problem being, they don't, like, Bruno Fernandez will always at some stage want to do his thing, which is natural. He's kind of a maverick as well. Same thing with Felix. What's the guy from Man City, Bernardo Silva?
Hmm.
Fortunately, even without Ronaldo, I think they might still suffer. It's just that individual brilliance will come out more often, and more often than not, sometimes, in a tournament with such low quality, it might work. So unless they play to Ronaldo's strengths, and he makes great runs, by the way, but but it has to be on point. It has to be for Ronaldo.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what it is. So yeah, maybe if they played Ramos or anyone else up front, I
yeah.
guess it would
Anyone?
work. Yeah, because they have. So yeah, maybe Ramos, right place, right time. They got Leao as well. So we'll see. But who
They
do you
tend to
think
put
would?
him on the wings, though, and I can't help thinking that's just to fit Ronaldo in. You know what I mean?
No, I
It's not
agree.
like he hasn't played on the wings for Milan.
Yeah, yeah.
Giroud's normally centre forward, but when he comes on,
Mm,
but yeah, it's just odd. It's just odd. I just
I
when we
know
talk
you
about an
mean.
unbalance with the England team, I feel like there's a bit of an unbalance with the Portuguese team, purely
Yes,
for the fact that Cristiano's on the field.
yeah, it's evident. I agree. But who do you reckon would go through overall, France or Portugal?
I think France will do it. I know they haven't looked great. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've scored an open play.
Apparently, I read that or I heard that
I
stat.
think
Or,
so.
yeah,
But
it seems.
yeah, I mean, maybe they would have looked a bit more threatening had Mbappe not got that injury and then missed that second game.
Mm,
And obviously he's played or missed the game for France, but obviously he's played since then. Surely with a mask, you're not playing at 100%, so there's a bit of a disadvantage for him in some instance. Um, but I just think France have what it takes to kind of overcome Portugal. It wouldn't surprise me if Portugal win, but I just think the Ronaldo factor is holding them back a little bit, and I just think against France they won't go through. So I
oh,
think Portugal. Sorry, I think France are going to win that game.
okay.
You?
Um, of course, I have some affiliations in terms of the Selecao for Portugal, and I have some French friends. But if I had to choose, of course, Portugal, of course, for family reasons. But I would say I wouldn't be surprised if Portugal win because it's football, whatever.
They've
They've
got
got
they've got the players. It's not like it's going to be a shock if they win, but I
they're
just
not.
I just
Yeah,
think Ronaldo's going to play a part in this somehow.
regardless of Ronaldo, I think the sub character who no one will probably see is William Saliba. If he has an off game or of course, no players 100
Kante as well,
percent.
you know.
Players like that, they will determine this game. But I say Saliba more so because he's closest to goal,
Yeah,
any distractions. So if Saliba doesn't have the games he's usually had, then I think Portugal. Or if he sorry, let me put it like this. If he has the games he's had recently, Portugal have no chance,
okay.
regardless. But based on the firepower and the defense, they edge it. Of course, if it goes to penalties, then maybe the Portuguese keeper can make 4 saves again. Well, who knows? But yeah, I don't think he'll go to penalties. I think France. I agree with you. Probably edge it but only if Saliba is on form. I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. So we move on to then the other side of the draw. Saturday, 6th of July, 5 p.m. in Dusseldorf. England play their match against Switzerland. Is it coming home late? No, let's not answer that question.
No,
England have been criticised throughout the tournament by the English media, by the fans. No one's happy with the tactics. No one's happy with team selection. The players are very sloppy, very wayward. Passing is off. Very rarely are we shooting on goal. The last game, we beat Slovakia 2-1. We had two shots on target the whole match. Very lucky, but obviously Bellingham's overhead kick in the 93rd minute. It was madness. The game was crap. I'm not gonna lie, the game was rubbish. But that ending made up for it a little bit. Obviously, we want England to go through. Me and Lay do anyway. But we've got to be real here. Switzerland are not a team to be messed with. Undefeated in the tournament. I believe they drew to Scotland. They drew to Germany. Beat Italy, and I just think with players like Ruben Vargas, Granit Xhaka, they're looking good. They're looking very good. People are underestimating them. All the talk was about Austria and Switzerland.
Mm.
Look, have made it to the last eight and looking like a really really good outfit, a good team to play against. Do you think England can fix up their problems and play and get a win over Switzerland, or is it too late for Gareth Southgate and is this the end of the road for him? Will this be his final game?
Well, I think I think unfortunately for some reason Gareth Southgate's always just been one game away from his last contract or
Yeah.
that unfortunately has been part something he can't shake off. And I guess, like I said, it's the media as well. He's trying to do a job, um, albeit with a lot of difficulty. So I think England can beat anyone any day of the week. Like with the players they have, it's so crazy that I think England could even do with like an Ancelotti, where you know what, boys, just play, just play. Don't it's cool. Like you make mistakes,
Do you,
but
do you,
just
do you
play.
think Southgate is overthinking it, and the players are kind of um,
Yeah, I
getting that
think England.
energy?
Yeah, no, I think we've had a history of that. It's been in the culture to a degree in terms of how we play football. Like we play okay and we do our best, but it's never like, oh, okay, do you know what? We're taking these guys. We're playing today. Like every time we played, even the big games we've won along the years. I remember when Owen beat Germany, when we beat Germany 5-1 and Owen had the hat trick. I was so young back then, but I remember that felt like such a big deal. Like we've never really beaten big teams and gone, yeah, yeah, we're England. This is what we do to a degree. Even teams that don't win as much, like the Netherlands, for example, even with their golden generation, I believe with Seedorf, Davids, they didn't win anything, but you knew what they were going to
They
do
had a
to you,
home tournament, didn't they, in 2000?
right? Yeah, but they still earned respect. Like England, unfortunately, we don't have that respect. Like in terms of, oh, England are gonna tear you a new one, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
Like I think that's what we need. We've got enough players that can play with freedom. And look, you either win or you lose, right? We need to get over the edge of our fears and then just have that in the culture where we just
What
play
do you think the
for.
problem is?
There's one the shirt weighs quite heavy, and unfortunately, for I would say for toxic reasons, the media are always there to just hang you. First chance they get, like the same media that will praise you will hang you. You know, I would also say for some reason, unfortunately, we haven't won anything since '66. I've seen Nigeria lift more trophies than England in my lifetime. Do
I
you know
think
what I mean?
Colombia missed more trophies than England.
There you go. So we know what winning is like as well. No shots, no shots intended. But so that's the problem. The media, and we haven't won anything since '66. And there is this attitude in the country where it's our game, right? And I don't care. I don't mind that. Why you can claim the game for all you want. I like that. We need to just have that as a bit more of a base and belief to go for things like Bellingham scoring an overhead kick in the night. That guy nearly ruined my whole Sunday, man. I'm telling you, man. No,
Why?
seriously, my
Why did he
was
nearly ruin the?
was they know, man. I'll be England have embarrassed me out here on the road, man. I'll tell you that. No one takes us serious. Like, and that's with all due respect. We've got the players to be better than this. I don't care about this person in this position. No, we've got players. We have better selection systems. But
Yeah.
sorry about England. To answer your question, yes, we can definitely beat Switzerland. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. After what I saw on Sunday, I would not be surprised if it is Gareth Southgate's last day.
Yeah. Based on the last four games, based on the two friendlies prior to the tournament,
Mm.
personally speaking, I think Switzerland are going to come through on that one. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way I think it's gonna work out, and I do hope it's coming home, but it's not looked good so far, and I'll be very intrigued to see who takes over the team after Southgate. But
Has to
there
be
we
a
go.
foreign man.
Sorry.
has to be a foreign manager, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go down that route again.
They have to, man. But it has to be a project. Like I'm talking,
Well, like
like
Klopp.
Klopp. There you go, Mourinho.
Mourinho's at Fenerbahce, isn't he?
Yeah, Mourinho or Klopp with an English assistant manager that is going to take over. Simple as. Like
Yeah.
his whole back staff have to be mixed with English players or the coaches that are in the role or in the frame, and then we move. Like
Yeah.
because yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, I hope England do it. I know Switzerland are definitely low key dark horses. Like they could do something very bad to us on Saturday. And I was not gonna leave the house anyways because I think the next game you're gonna ask about is Netherlands. Turkey, you know?
Well, I'm gonna go into that now. Yeah, so Netherlands versus Turkey. Obviously, you're out there in the
Mm-hmm.
Netherlands. Massive Turkish community there. Uh,
Indeed.
it's gonna be a noisy night for you. Whoever wins, I assume. Well, I don't know if the Netherlands celebrate as much as the Turks do, but it's gonna be a very, very, very interesting game. Netherlands have looked good. They've beaten Poland, drawn to France, lost to Austria,
Mm.
but um, Gakpo and Marlon have played very well, and Xavi Simons as well. I believe he tops the assists table as well. So they've got a good chance of going through. Obviously, they are the Netherlands, but
Mm.
Turkey aren't a team to be messed with.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be noisy that night. What are you hoping for that evening? First, and then tell me who you think's
Oh,
going to win.
well, hopefully this game is a dream and I wake up because I'm not looking forward. I can tell you right now. My brother called me and he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw the draw and yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so I learned yes, yes. People that understand, like you know, what the night is going to be like. I need to actually. Funny you mentioned there. I love in this area there are loads of Dutch flags and even the streets like with the street lights and literally I went round the back for lunch, took a walk. Excuse me, and amongst all these Dutch flags, there was this house like with like I'm talking like a big block where this Turkish flag covered nearly everyone else's windows. So in the middle of all the Dutch flags, there's this massive, massive Turkish flag. I'm gonna take a picture if it's up tomorrow. I'll
Okay.
upload it to the Instagram
Yeah, yeah,
page.
yeah.
So
I'll put it on the
it's,
page, but
it's crazy, yeah. So there's a lot of Dutch support. You can tell when you see this Turkish flag and you're like, oh yeah, of course. Like you got little flags, orange flags everywhere. This Turkish flag was like the size of half the building, like, seriously. And I was like, okay. So yeah, it's going to be a spectacular event. I'm definitely not leaving the house. That I can say 100%. Now I've got a bar downstairs. Might have a drink there. It's my local traditional Dutch bar been open for years, but I'm not going past there because yes, it's going to be explosive. Turkey are not to be messed with, as you said. I think if they can keep Arda Güler fit, um, they will beat the Netherlands.
yeah,
If Güler is fit, I think they can do it. Now the Netherlands have a good team spirit. We have a good team spirit. We have a good team spirit, but Turkey, the Netherlands have kind of just gone past, France. They didn't play the best France. France would have beaten them, or that's what we even expected. I think we said that in the last time I was on the show. Um, Boring 0-0 game. Austria exposed the Netherlands, So, we're kind of being cautious and still being daring. And Marlin started coming out, Michel Gakpo as well. Liverpool fans will be like, hopefully that's the guy we see next season. We know they won't. Um, but well, no disrespect to my Liverpool friends, but no, that's not the Gakpo you're getting next season, hopefully. And yeah, I think Turkey will still edge it with Hula. He's the difference, in my opinion.
you think Turkey got the upper hand then against Netherlands?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think one goal, all it takes is for Turkey to score first. If Turkey score first, I can see, jitters in the back line and, yeah, it will be a tough game, but I think Turkey can edge, and if Turkey don't, then I have another nightmare pending because the Netherlands play England. I might just get me out. I might have
yeah,
to leave
yeah.
the
Get out, man. Just get out.
country. Yeah.
Speaking to my brother the other day, and um, literally after the game finished, and within a couple of minutes, fireworks and noise and bands and cars beeping and flags,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Turks are going to put it in their faces if they win. If they beat
Listen,
Netherlands that day. Trust me.
listen. I
Um,
used to live in the
and
west of Amsterdam.
I know
There,
you're
there
just
were,
outside, just outside Amsterdam, but I'm sure Central Amsterdam's going to be nuts that
yeah,
evening.
yeah, definitely. I live no where your brother lives. I used to live west of there, West Amsterdam, and yeah, big community. Yes, if Turkey do win, like will be a lot of in your face moments. And
Party,
look,
party.
I'll be happy for them, but look, someone's gonna have to clean up the mess. Like it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. Hopefully, it's respectful enough. Is all I'll say.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hopefully,
Because
hopefully.
if England play the Netherlands, I will not be respectful. I can
Pe-
tell you that.
Peace and love, definitely. Well, Lay, listen, thank you for coming on the show and give me your insights and your opinions on the last date. You at home, thank you for listening or watching the channel. Let us know what you think. Who do you think is going to progress into the semi-finals of Euro 2024? Who are your favourites? Are France still up there given their poor display so far? Will England turn it around? And will Ley get a good night's rest when Netherlands play Turkey that evening? We shall see. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Ley, thanks again. We'll be back with another video very soon. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment to join in the conversation. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. It's been emotional. Bye-bye.